Yo, so check this out, right? Hypervitaminosis is a condition of abnormally high storage levels of vitamins, which can lead to various symptoms as overexcitement, irritability, or even toxicity. As we know, this definition can go a lot longer. And why am I talking about this? Because, see, there is confusion. There is confusion when it comes to health these days. Like, is it vitamins, right? Is it calories? What's missing? What's not missing? Is it fasting? What's the answer? Is it high carbs? Is it low carbs? Is it high protein? Is it low protein? Is it high fats, low fats? So these things, right? And first off, what triggered me to even speak about this is that when clients ask for a specific look when it comes to getting results from training, and the trainer says, eat this, eat that, do this, do that, right? Now, it's like, so what happens when a client doesn't get results or doesn't follow the program or doesn't understand what is being written out before them, which is the importance of, which it comes down to, chemistry, right? So a bodybuilder who knows how to land their look on the day of the competition is what needs to be focused on. So if you hire somebody to get you to look a certain way, to develop something, right? You have to take heed in what that trainer is telling you. You see what I'm saying? So going back to hypervitaminosis, and we're living in this day of time where fasting is the answer, or not just fasting is the answer, but also, like training. We want to train hard, and then we want to do things our way because we found out some information from a textbook or a video, and we want to add it in when you don't even have the basic necessities of the basic vitamins A through Z going into your system, or the basic omega-3 oils. Right now, let me point some out. Where are you going with this, Vaughn? Where are you going with this? What is the purpose of vitamins? Think about that. What is the purpose for taking vitamins? Now we're working out, right? We're training, or we're doing some recreational activity. What is the purpose of vitamins? Vitamins help to convert food into the nutrients the nutrients in the food into what it's needed, into the cells, into the body. With the lack of vitamins, right? It doesn't matter how many calories you take in, the food will just sit there and will not be easily converted into what is needed to be converted into, which is for energy, right? Cellular energy, right? So let's look, and I'm dropping some jewels here. You gotta catch this. Look on the back of your vitamin bottles. It says based on a 2,000 caloric intake, which means 2,000 calories of food. So vitamins actually need a minimum based off what the label said, based off a 2,000 caloric intake, calorie diet, which means that for the vitamin to work optimal, you need almost 2,000 or more calories taken in. Now remember, we're talking about somebody who's working out, training, or recreationally doing something active, right? Because if you're not, now here's I'm gonna break this down now. Because if you're not doing something active and you're sedentary, like at a computer job, right, and you're just not doing anything at all, the most honorable Elijah Muhammad said, I'm gonna break this down, the most honorable Elijah Muhammad said in How to Eat to Live, that person doesn't even need carbs. Starchy carbs such as potatoes, rice, bread, pasta, even dairy. But somebody who's sedentary, who sits down all day, he said you don't even need carbs, and you can actually practice eating one meal every other day, which is one meal every 48 hours. Think about that. But now let's break this down now. Let's go to this. But if you are active, let's say a construction job, right, or mail work, right, one meal a day, one meal a day with nothing in between. You can invite water, you can invite coffee, but one meal a day, right? And then every month or every other month, you can take on a fast for a minimum of 72 hours, which is 3 days. You see? So check that out. So I've come to understand at this level why people are not getting the results that they want. So let's say now you're working out hard, but now you're taking all of these herbs, or you're taking all of these synthetic vitamins, or even drugs or some sort to actually synthesize, which means to process foods into energy, or to extract the nutrients. Extract, which means to take out the nutrients from the food to be used as cellular energy so that you can have energy, right? Here's where I'm going to now. Check this out. Check this out. If, again, you do not consume the calories that you need, right? The calories that you need for the activity in which you're doing, you will not see the body that you want. Yeah, Vaughn, but you know, like, I'm feeling it. I'm getting results. I'm seeing the inches fall off. Okay, cool. How many of you have actually stepped on stage? How many of you, meaning us, have actually stepped on stage, not let alone have actually transformed your own body with the knowledge that you have? Though these are the questions that have to be answered, right? Because, you know, like, I had to ask myself this question earlier. Why don't clients get results from working with a trainer? Answer: the client didn't pay to get results. They paid for information so that they can add it to what they were already doing or already knew to help them with what they were already doing. Simple as that. Simple as that. Now, I'm going to say that again. Why don't clients get results that they want from working with the trainer? Answer: because the client, when it comes down to it, the client did not pay for results. The client paid for information that they didn't even know they were getting, to add to what they were already doing prior to getting the trainer, to satisfy what they were already doing before even hiring a trainer, so that they can do whatever the hell that they want to do. And it's perfectly fine. It's perfectly fine as long as we both come to an agreement that the trainer has already laid the blueprint from the forefront before the training took its place. So, vitamins. You can kill yourself faster by having too many vitamins in your system and not enough calories, because now vitamins can become toxic. Vitamins can become toxic. And when vitamins become toxic, guess what? It just becomes toxic. And then it's in your system. It's not being metabolized, or the vitamins are not helping to metabolize any calories, right? So therefore, the question goes, which I get a lot: Vaughn, how you stay lean? Now, I'm using myself as an example because you guys know that I fast a lot and been fasting for so many years. Vaughn, how do you stay lean? How could you eat this and stay lean? I mean, you could just burn that off, etc. It's because when it's time for me to eat, I eat. I may weigh it or I may not. It depends on what type of competition or whatever I'm getting ready for is coming up. But I may or I may not weigh it. But I make sure I take in the calories needed for each vitamin. So if you end up taking extremely lots of vitamins, but you're keeping your calories low from food, you're going to end up damaging yourself in the future, because you can die from a blood that's too rich of vitamins, which is called hypervitaminosis. Your blood is toxic and it's black also, and you can definitely kill yourself. So what happens now when your meals are just high protein? Then all those vitamins you take still become toxic, because now it's only focused on processing protein. So what are the other vitamins doing? Converging what? Converging fats that's not readily available, converging too many synthetic things. It's converging too much. So now if you don't take on a fast, all of those vitamins sit in your liver and your liver becomes toxic. Now, what happens when you're taking too many carbs, right? Too many carbs only, right? And not enough protein. So now your body is only focusing on processing carbs as energy. You're going to get sluggish. You're going to lose muscle. You're going to have some form of energy, but going to have crashes. You're definitely going to be crashing a lot because you're taking in too many carbs, and you're going to be storing a lot of carbs, and it's going to become fat. You're going to become very fat. So you're going to be taking all these healthy vitamins, all of these minerals, and all of these vitamins, and you're taking in all these carbs, just sporadically, and then now over time you become big, or you become or just loose. You know what I'm talking about. So now that's another. Now what happens when you take in junk food? So come to think of it, junk food, it's being processed, but it's not being processed the way you think it is. It's being processed, but it's being pushed to the side because the body has no use for it. It has too much of synthetic material already, along with the vitamins and herbs that you're taking in already. So what does that mean, Vaughn? That means that you're just becoming toxic periodically. You're processing toxic. You're converging toxic into toxic nutrients into your cells, and you just become toxic. So you become what you eat. You think on what you eat. You move on based off of what you eat. Everything you eat becomes you. Okay? It becomes you. Now, let's go backwards and let's go forward. Hypervitaminosis is when you have too many vitamins in your system, and just because you take in vitamins does not mean you're going to get the results that you want. Point blank. Unless you take in the calories needed for the day so that the vitamins can go to work and process the calories, the food, proteins, fats, sugars, carbs, water. It can process it so that the vitamins can help process it, and you can heal faster in between workouts or in between activity. Remember, if you're sedentary, you don't even need carbs. You don't need it. If you don't work out, you don't need carbs. You really don't need it. But if you fast, right? Now, if you're a person like myself, if you fast intensely, see, the 3 to 5 days gives your body a chance to rid itself of the things that's not needed, burnt out. More cells come out to eat up or clean up things that don't need to be there, which is stored. So anything that's stored in body fat was first stored in the liver. And then the liver has to push it out to the side because it cannot store anymore. Think about it. Hypervitaminosis is when you have too many vitamins like A through Z in your system, or any other vitamin that you take synthetically, whether it's drugs, healthy, or herbs. The reason why it does not work is because your calorie intake is not up to par along with the vitamin that you're taking. So if you look at the label, it says based off of a 2,000 calorie diet. That's how the vitamin works optimal, so that you can get the results that you're looking for in between workouts, whether it's energy, whether it's gaining muscle, putting on, or if you're off season, putting on muscle, or gaining lean muscle while losing body fat, or whatever it is, losing weight, gaining weight, maintaining, staying healthy, energetic, whatever it is, performance, whatever it is, even men who suffer from ED or about to suffer from ED. It's just that your vitamins or calories are not coinciding, they're not complementing each other. So there's not a balance, but the chemistry is not optimally happening. The chemistry, it's about chemistry. So that's why it's called biochem. So biochem is the study of cells in a living organism, with the result of when you put two things together and it's a reaction. Basically, what does food do? Cells do to each other, all of that stuff. So if you have a trainer who understands biochem or chemistry or biology, you are in good hands. If you have somebody who actually competes in a sport that you are looking to actually get better in, then you are in good hands. But if you're dealing with somebody, should have made that left. I know that you can make a left there. But if you're dealing with a trainer who's just working you out, then good luck. Hopefully they learn along the way and keep you safe. But why don't clients get results from a trainer? Is because they got the information that they needed from you to go fix a situation that they didn't tell you about that they had. so that they had already in mind, so they decided to do it on their own. And it's perfectly fine. You just have to let the trainer know, listen, I don't care about the results that you have for me anymore. I'm just going to do this, and then we can just work out. And that's how it goes. So now, instead of getting results, now you're getting different results, and it's based off of communication, relationship, and also just progressing and just being active and held more accountable in what you're focused on and doing. I am trying to sound smart, so it's pretty cool, right? So then, on that note, peace. If this is good information, awesome. If it's not, that's good too. But you can kill yourself by having hypervitaminosis, because the body cannot process any extra vitamins in the system unless you get the calorie intake that you need first from food, that is, and then the vitamins can work. Peace.